Fitch takes a look over at Walsh. Now delivers the fastball. Blew it by Traverso there. Fitch is really settling in after that pretty much second batter, which was Walsh getting a base hit to the left side. Now he's really locked in, found the zone. He's really throwing the ball very well. The 0-1 now is going to be fouled off. Weak little ground ball over to the third base coach. 0-2 with 2 outs. Pretty windy conditions here at Staples Field, as you could probably hear. Fitch looking to go back-to-back strikeouts here and end this inning off. 0-2 is just going to be high and away. A little too high for Paul. Goes to the backstop. Nate Walsh heads over to third with ease. Fitch has got to kind of calm himself down now. Pitcher's count. Got to use that to his advantage. The pitch to Traverso is going to be an off speed. Looked good from here. Just barely missed the top part of the zone.
Traverso with a good take there. And see set up in a 2-strike approach, try and gets everything foul stuff off.
2-2 now. That one looked like it just caught the bottom of the zone. Full count, 2 outs in this first inning.
From 0-2 to 3-2. Let's see what Fitch has here.
Full count from Fitch. It's going to be a liner to the right center field. Tobias can't get there in time. Neither can Jacob. It's going to be a 2-out double for Traverso. And St. Joe's strikes early here at Staples. Great piece of hitting there from Drew Traverso, the junior, as he just came back from an 0-2 count. Very impressive.
Ball at the top of the zone, lets it get back in his stance, and just takes it the other way at right center field for a double.
Coach McFarland comes out to the mound early, probably just trying to calm Fitch down. Tells infielders that a lot of game left. Runner on second, 2 outs. Jake Fila now, another junior, comes to the plate. Like you're saying, Ian, that's a great piece of hitting from Drew Traverso, able to drive that ball to the opposite gap with some power behind it. Obviously, not allowing Tobias or Jacobs to get there in time. Fresh count from Fitch. Ball outside. Drew Traverso does not go. Fitch steps off the mound. Not very sure why. Takes a look over at Traverso. Back to Vittori now. The pitch. Another ball, 2-0. Fitch comes set. Another ball high. That's 3 in a row now. Takes a deep breath, much needed. Got to calm himself down. But send the runner to first. Not very sure why. Do you know why?
I'm not sure either. Could
Maybe
just
it
be
was just a count issue.
Could have been a count issue. Could just be a opportunity to get Fitch a new hitter. Also, force outs all around the bags now.
Well, that could be at the force outs. Fresh count now. First pitch is a strike.
On the bottom outside corner.
Josh Green is up to the bat. Senior Green now. Second pitch from Fitch is just high once again. First and second, 2 outs. Cadets up 1 in the top of the first. Josh Green looking to do some damage. Pitch from Fitch. That one just got the bottom of the zone. Home plate umpire finally agrees.
Seems to be that the bottom of the zone. Seems to be where the ump is liking it right now. Got to see that and take advantage of that.
Fitch looks over at Traverso on second. Now the pitch, 1 and 2, is going to be popped up here, kind of towards us. Real in foul territory. Easy third out for the Wreckers, and they'll finally have their chance to bring this to a tie game or possibly take the lead early in the bottom of the first.
Good job by Fitch getting out of that jam. It could have been seriously difficult for the Wreckers if he took some batters in there.
We'll see probably leadoff hitter Jules Cicero stay in that leadoff position as he's been there since his sophomore year. Pretty impressive from Jules. But Wreckers really got to get their bats hot as they've struggled with that just a little bit in a couple of games, but not many. So if they get those hot, they know they have the chance to pull away here against the Cadets. Starting pitcher for St. Joe's is Gavin Rovinelli. Let's see what he can do against this Wreckers offense. It's a beautiful day here. Can't really complain. But April break. How's your break been, Ian? Pretty good?
It's been pretty good. Been playing a lot of golf, watching lacrosse games. Yeah, I've been trying to get as much activity as I can in before I have surgery tomorrow. So it's, but you know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, make the most out of your time, like you said, before you have surgery. Wind is kind of starting to pick up here. But it just makes, I mean, the breeze really helps. Because I feel like if there was no breeze, it would be pretty hot.
Yeah, warmer day here today as we've pretty much had all year. Mid-80s with the wind.
Very much needed.
So, pretty nice. Not a big fan of like, too warm weather, like mid-80s, but with the breeze, it's quite nice.
Long warm-up here for Rovinelli. Obviously, St. Joe's ace, Harry Jones, isn't on the bump for today's game. He's definitely up there with the low 90s, which is at the high school level very impressive. We'll see him today in right field. Definitely looking to possibly throw someone out at third with a nice little cannon that he has. You got to watch out. Jules Cicero steps to the plate for the first AB for the Wreckers. First pitch fastball right down the middle, Jules takes. 0-1. Rovinelli gets the sign. It's going to be an off speed.
Ball's outside. Trying to set up that tunnel from that fastball, but Jules doesn't bite.
The 1-1 to Jules. Another off speed. That one's going to be just inside. But once again, looked good from here. Not the greatest of angles from up here on the patio, but still looked pretty good.
Another good take there.
The 2-1. Fastball. This one's high and deep.
Yeah.
Got to watch out for the wind. This one's to Harry Jones in right.
He's under it.
Got a good read, able to bring that one in. 1 out. And with this wind, especially up there where that ball is flying, it's probably crazy. It's a good job from Harry Jones to stay composed and just bring that one in for an easy out. Now we're going to see freshman Nolan Walters up to the plate. Very rare that you see a freshman starting on this Rutgers team, starting shortstop and a two-hitter.
Yeah, it's real impressive. He puts in a lot of work and he gets rewarded for it.
First pitch here is going to be a little soft ground ball foul.
Low jumpy, looked like that was hit off the top of the bat.
Yeah, definitely an early swing from Walters. Got to tone it down a little bit.
He's looking to get this inning going.
The 0-1 to Walters is going to be a fastball. 0-2 now. That one looked pretty good. Walters didn't like it.
Gotta assume setting up for a curveball here, but when you're at the plate, it's a lot more difficult than it seems.
Pitch from Rovinelli. It's going to be another fastball. Caught the bottom left corner of the zone. Walters did not like that. A backwards K for Gavin Rovinelli and the Cadets. Now Bruce Schlegelmilch steps to the plate. Definitely the power hitter for this team. We saw him go. Hit a dinger first game of the season against Cheshire. And most of the guys on the team said that was one of the farthest balls they've seen hit at the high school level. So definitely got the power to get it over that monster, or maybe even over the fence in center. They switched to the 3-hole here, usually at the 4 spot. Gavin caught him off track with an off speed there. 1-1's the count.
Goes back-to-back off speed. Clearly has recognition of, he goes 3 off speed in a row, catches Bruce out front.
Yeah, Bruce has really just got to keep his weight back if he wants to make contact with those off speed. Definitely Rovinelli aware of his power, trying to go off speed the whole way. The 1-2 to Bruce, another off speed.
Does go off speed again.
Buckled his knees. Another strikeout looking for the Wreckers.
1-2-3 inning for the Cadets. 2 strikeouts looking. That's Staples got to adjust.
Wreckers defense comes back out for the top of the second, still trailing by 1. Got to hold them here to no runs is the best bet, and then just the bats has been a big issue for the Wreckers so far. But they definitely have the bats to manage that and able to work through. Like you said, their game against Greenwich, they were able to drop 7 runs on the board and with a walk-off base hit. So they know they can do it. Maybe it'll just take a couple innings to get used to Rovinelli, because going from his fastball to off-speed, it looks pretty disgusting from here.
Yeah, that'd be real tough to hit if I was playing baseball. I remember playing in recent years, you see a fastball at mid-80s and you see a curveball that has
scary.
15 inches of vertical drop. It's just, you can't do anything. Gotta like pray a little bit.
Fitch comes back out to the mound, pretty much no doubt there. You said the infield earlier on. The outfield is going to be Vincent Vega, Jack Jacobs, and Mason Tobias. St. Joe's gets another opportunity like they did last inning. They're definitely going to want to execute much better. I mean, man on second, 2 outs, got a run, which is, you got to be pretty thankful for that. But then first and second, I know they had 2 outs, but I'm sure they wanted to bring maybe just at least 1 more run in that first inning. Harry Jones steps to the plate. Another power hitter for the Cadets. Could be looking to do some damage. The pitch from Fitch, off speed, caught Jones out in front, 0-1. Pitch comes set once again, the 0-1 now. Another off speed. Good location there from Fitch, 0-2 early. Looks like a car horn went off. Fitch was
unfazed.
just about ready to pitch. The 0-2. Fastball low and away. Doesn't catch.
Needs this out here. Cannot have another batter where he starts 0-2 and ends up giving up a hit or just got to get this out here.
The 1-2. Fastball, same spot. 2-2. Fitch really struggling to get the deal done on 0-2 counts.
Started with 2 off speeds, then went 2 fastballs. Wonder if he's more comfortable with his breaking pitches today. Let's see if he goes back to that.
Breaking ball
He
once
does.
again, but that one's going to be a single to left field. Let's see if Jones is going to look for 2. He is.
Does.
Vega bobbles it in left field. That's going to be crucial. Jones with a stand-up double on a 2-2 count. And a big celebration from Jones at second. And I mean, if Vega came up with that ball clean, who knows? It could have been a closer play at second, but still a good piece of hitting there from Harry Jones and Cadets.
Adjusted to the prior 2 breaking balls he saw in the count. Stayed back, got it. You good? Got it down the left field line, able to knock it in for a double.
Fresh count now from Fitch. First one's going to be a foul tip and caught by DeTore for a strike. Kyle Estevez, the senior captain for the Cadets. Man on second, no outs for the Wreckers. Fitch looks over at Jones. Fastball high and away, no good. One on one now. Estevez, I believe it's the 3rd or 4th lefty batter on this team. Another foul ball right to the backstop. Fitch looking to get the job done here with this batter on the 1-2 count. Duffy doesn't want to let up another 2-strike hit or even a walk. The 1-2 to Estevez. Got him. Fastball blew it right by him. Great job from Fitch getting the first out of the inning there.
Good job by Fitch there, getting ahead in the count and finishing the job.
Jones still on second, 1 out here in the top of the second. John Mercier at the plate, and Fitch starts him off with an off speed. Mercier just barely caught that one foul.
The way out in front of that. See if Fitch can use that to his advantage.
Jones with a small lead off of second. Jules keeping him just a little bit close. Fitch looks over twice. Now delivers. Low fastball. Ball blocks that one from going to the backstop once again. Good job from him. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0 lead for the Cadets. And that's going to be a base hit from Mercier into right field. Tobias caught it. Jones able to get back in time. Still good contact from Mercier. Good job from Tobias to read that line drive.
Yeah,
right into his mid.
Good read on that. Quick step in. You thought it was base hit originally. It was hit well, but makes a nice play in right field there. Jones not thinking about tagging. Not thinking about going either. He doesn't got a really big lead at second.
2 outs now. First pitch from Fitch is going to be a strike. Leadoff hitter Jake Rios back to the plate. Like we said earlier, Brown commit as a junior. Very impressive. Great milestone from Jake Rios. Looking to drive in Jones here. Maybe another 2-out RBI. 0-1 from Fitch. Going to be a line drive, ground ball
Face it up the middle.
Jones
see if they
looking to
test
score.
Jacob's arm.
But Paul cuts him off short.
Runner gets the second.
Another 2-out hit, and RBI for St. Joe's. This one's from Jake Rios. Fitch has got to dial it down with these 2 out at-bats, and even when it's a pitcher's count. So 2 outs now. Cadets take a 2-0 lead with a double from Rios. And Torrey's going to have a couple words to say to Fitch.
Yeah, that throwing from center field all the way to the catcher kind of cost them a little bit, as Rios was able to advance to second base on that. If the cutoff man's there, if it does hit the cutoff man, probably keeps Rios in second, but doesn't challenge the play at the plate.
Nate Walsh got a base hit his last at-bat. Little ground ball to left field. Rios takes a big secondary lead, but that one's going to be low. Fitch comes set. And the 1-0 to Walsh.
Fitch appeared to slip on that pitch.
It's going to be a fly
Can
ball
Vega
to
get to
Vega.
it?
Yes, he can.
Great read by him. He'll track that ball down, get out of the inning.
Traveled a long way to get that fly ball. Good job from him and left.
Cadets were able to tag one onto the board with a 2-out base hit from Rios. Wrecker's looking to respond here with 4, 5, 6 coming up.
Yeah, Wreckers went 1-2-3 last inning. Cannot repeat that this inning. I mean, they just limited the damage to 1 run so far in both the first and second inning. So they definitely got a strike here if they want to keep St. Joe's on their toes.
That rhymed. Good job.
That was kind of impressive.
Proud of you.
Rovinelli back on the bump. We're going to see Mark Kelly lead off this inning in the 4 spot. Hobart commit. If Mark Kelly gets on, I believe we're going to be looking at Jack Jacobs right behind him, or maybe going to go Kelly, then Vega, then Jacob. So 3 pretty big hitters for the Wreckers coming up.
Vega with a home run in a recent game. Wind picking up again.
St. Joe's coming to meet at the pitcher's mound before we start off this inning, as Drew Traverso just threw down a second. Kelly's awaiting at the plate. Kelly is set, and so is Mercier. First pitch at the bottom of the second is going to be a fastball away. Good eye from Kelly there. 1-0 is the count. Mercier gets set pretty quick. That one's rocketed into the dugout.
Oh, wow.
Almost took out a couple players. I mean, that ball's ripped.
Yeah, ripped down that, right into that door. It seems like a really odd spot to hit, but
it's got to be like the perfect angle to get into that spot.
Yeah.
The 1-1 to Kelly is going to be an off speed from Mercier once again. He loves those.
Yeah. Catch another one looking on that pitch. Gets ahead in the count. 2-strike approach.
1-2 to Kelly is going to be high. He evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Mercier goes for the fastball. That one's pretty much same spot, high again. Kelly shakes it off, full count. It's a big pitch here for both the Cadets and the Wreckers, even though it's only in the bottom of the second.
Every hitter matters in this game.
Good job from Kelly. Maybe a car.
Might be a car.
Oh, just missed
missed.
the car. What's the line for cars? What is it, 0.5 hit? I think that's a good line.
I think it's going to be more. I think
More?
it's 1.5 line,
hit?
yeah.
Only time will tell. Full count once again to Kelly. Off speed. That one's going to be away. Kelly moved early.
From up here, it looked like it was strike. Fans thought so as well, but Kelly had no doubt that was a ball.
Maybe even influenced decision from Kelly, just starting to walk over to first anyway. But now Vega steps up to the plate. Kelly at first. Mercier with a quick delivery, with a fastball, dangerous to throw to Vega.
A little bit behind it, a little bit under it. Fouls it right back into the backstop.
Took a big hack there.
Yeah, looking to go yard here, tie up the score.
Kelly takes a lead off first, just at the corner cut of grass in this infield. Quick delivery again. That one's going to be a fastball outside, 1-1. Pitch to Vega is going to be high. 2-1 count. Hitters count for Vega, 100%. Vega's ready. Mercier's ready. Kelly's a little bit of motion over there. Just trying to distract Mercier. But that one's going to be another fastball low and away. 3-1's the count.
3-1 hitters count here. See if he can get a pitch he likes.
Maybe he doesn't even have the green light.
Let's see.
The pitch, big hack from Vega, fouls it off. I mean, that was the biggest hack of the day so far.
Yeah, both of them coming in the same at bat. See if he can make it one more. This time, make solid contact with it. Drive it in a gap over the wall. Get a run in.
Mercier steps off as home plate umpire's cleaning off the plate. Rovanelli, excuse me. Full count pitch to Vega.
Could see the runner go here. He doesn't.
Runner doesn't go. That fastball is going to be away. Great eye from Vega. First and second, no outs.
Back-to-back walks for Rovanelli. No outs. Staples got something going.
Jack Jacobs' first at bat of the day. Fastball's going to be low away. Kelly almost went. Just got back in time.
Good stop there.
Maybe
put two runners in scoring position.
Maybe even would have expected a throw over from Drew Traverso at catcher.
Yeah. Kelly thought that ball went by almost halfway to third base.
Estevez clipping Kelly close at second. Pitch is going to be just missed once again.
St. Joe's calls a meeting between catcher and coach in whole infield.
I mean, some of these pitches are pretty close. Looks good from up here.
Yeah.
But home plate umpires really been calling them off this whole day so far. Maybe something to change soon. Honestly, I would be kind of upset if I was St. Joe's now, especially because of all those missed calls. Definitely could be strikes.
Yeah, it could really go either way. But it appears to be going that way for both teams, so at least it's consistent.
Still first and second, 2-0 count on Jacob. Cadets lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Charlie Kern and Ian Zwick on the call. 2-0 to Jacob's going to be low. 3-0 now.
3-0 count.
Rovanelli's in some trouble in this second inning.
I assume does not have the green light here. If they can get bases loaded with no outs, that would be really big.
That one's way high. Not even close was that one. Bases loaded for Connor Brill. Connor Brill would be huge if he got a base hit. Probably score 2. Vega's got some speed at second. Could tie this game up with a single. Rovinelli getting the sign from Traverso. Comes set. Probably taking on this first pitch.
Yeah.
That one's strike. First strike in a while, but
Yeah, after walking 3 people in a row, you got to assume that.
Got to take, especially that was probably about 5 balls in a row anyway.
Yeah.
The 0-1 to Brill, right back
high.
to a ball. Evens the count at 1. Bases loaded for Brill as Mason Tobias is on deck. Now Brill 1-1.
Ooh.
That one looked inside.
Brill backs off the plate.
Called a strike. Now the 1-2 from Rovinelli. Takes his time with this one. Inside once again. No call this time.
Looked like a similar spot, so maybe make-up call from up there.
Rovinelli comes set, and now the 2-2. A fastball once again, no good.
Ooh.
Just a bit outside. These pitches are pretty close.
It's really around the zone. Catcher asking where that pitch missed. Says outside. Catcher doesn't agree.
Now the full count to Brill. Got him swinging. First out here in the second. Good thing the Wreckers have 2 more chances to drive in at least 1 with either a walk or a base hit. It's Rovinelli's 3rd strikeout of the day. Now the 0-0 to Tobias and an off speed. Right back to his comfort zone with those off speeds.
Now seems to be back in a groove. Could get out of the inning with one batter.
Tobias at the plate, another off speed.
Tobias turns away. Not.
Didn't like it once again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A lot of ones on the scoreboard. But now to Tobias, this one's going to be a foul ball, kind of towards us.
No car. That line is still looking good for you.
0.5 cars hit. I'm saying it's going to be 1. I think it's 2?
I said 2, yeah. We'll see, though.
Obviously, I don't want it to be my car, but thank God I parked far away. Now the 1-2 to Tobias, off speed, way out of the zone.
Yeah, if I had a car, if I could drive, I wouldn't be anywhere near this baseball field. My mom always, yeah, I ain't going near the baseball field. Foul ball hit car. See that a lot.
So much. Pickoff move to Kelly's going to be high.
Thrown away.
We're going to see Kelly score here. Are we going to see Vega go? No, we're not, but the Wreckers get their first run in the second inning with a wild pickoff throw from Rovinelli to Nate Walsh over at third. Just not the smartest play there. I mean, if you are going to look for a pickoff, got to make sure it's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Can't be letting that happen.
Especially at third base with the bases loaded. Trying to catch him off guard and getting out. But
2-2 to Tobias. Caught him swinging. Rovinelli gets another strikeout. But it's Jacobs on second, Vega on third, and now catcher Paul DeTore steps up to the dish. First pitch to DeTore is going to be a strike. He didn't like that one, but now Rovinelli seems to be back where he started this game. McFarland's going to have a couple words to say to DeTore.
Really crucial here that they tie this game up. Cannot have bases loaded. And
at least they got one.
They did get one.
Wasn't off a
hit.
Yeah.
So you gotta prove to them that you can hit them. All these base runners are from walks. Vanelli's kept them on check with the bats. So
the 0-1 to DeTore is an off speed. Rovinelli's done a great job catching all these hitters off guard with the off speed pitches. Now the 0-2, 2 outs to DeTore. Fastball outside, no good. 1-2 now. Good eye from DeTore.
Gotta expect Rovinelli's going to challenge him here. Behind both fastballs he's thrown.
1 and 2 off speed.
Ooh.
Great job from DeTore to foul that one off.
Yeah.
Definitely
Appeared to be fooled by that.
wasn't his pitch, but great job from him to fight that one off to keep his at-bat alive. And if you're in a count like this, that's exactly what you want to do if it's not your pitch. But now the 1-2 again to DeTore. This one's a fastball high. Good eye from Paul once again.
Good battle here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cadets up 2-1 in the bottom of the second. Runners on second and third for Staples. DeTore due for some damage. Fastball blew it right by him for strike 3. Rovinelli stays dialed in.
Really, what could have been, could have kept the Wreckers off the board there with that errant pickoff throw to third, but you live and you learn. You got the next batters out, and still proves that they can't touch him.
Rovinelli's got 5 strikeouts already through 2 innings. He's just diced up all these hitters. No hits so far for the Wreckers.
Yeah, the bats
just
don't.
walks.
Yeah, only a couple players have even made contact on him. So clearly dialed in with his stuff, but command was an issue on that inning.
Fitch comes back to the mound for the top of the third. DeTore's coming out with his stuff on after that at bat. This could take a little extra time. But now at the high school level, no more time limits. Must play all 7 innings and then to extras.
Is there mercy rules?
I think there are mercy rules, but it's like 10 after 5 or something.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to be seeing mercy rule today.
Yeah. Be a close battle between both these teams.
Staples looking for an upset on the number 10 ranked team in the state. They definitely have the guys to do it. Wreckers coming off a tough loss from Fairfield Ward. Ward kept them scoreless through 7. Pitch is wild. Almost takes out the home plate umpire.
Maybe a message that I don't like your calls.
Could be the message, but
you never know. Appears that there is also a pretty big divot in pitcher's mound. So I wonder if that could be affecting the pitchers in this.
Pitcher Gavin Rovinelli up to the plate here for the first at-bat of the 3rd inning.
Looking to help himself here.
The first from Fitch. Gonna be a fastball. Looks like it caught the bottom of the zone.
DeTore didn't like that. He thought that was a strike. Clear frustration behind the plate.
The 1-0 to Rovinelli. Low once again. Fitch, he's got to start finding his stuff to limit the damage that St. Joe's has done on him so far. But now the 2-0, fastball once again, grounder.
Chopper, right
high
Walters
chopper.
Makes a play, beats it out.
Great job from Rovinelli to beat that one out, but Kelly almost had the pickup on that very high bouncing ground ball. Yeah. Nolan Walters, the freshman, picks up his miss and just barely a bit too late.
Yeah. Kelly didn't really appear to attack that ball, kind of sat back and got a short hop rather than one of the big hops, making it a tougher play than it actually is.
Yeah, especially from all the top spin that ball would have after the first bounce. But now it's Rovinelli on first. And Drew Traverso at the plate. We saw him go deep in his first at-bat with a nice double in the right center gap, scoring the first run of this ball game. See what he can do in this at-bat. Another pickoff from Fitch. That one was a bit more aggressive, almost got him there.
Rovinelli not sliding into the, which makes it appear that he can get a bigger lead.
Fitch doesn't look over this time, just delivers. Fastball is going to be low, 1-0. Fitch takes a look over to Rovinelli once again. Pitches another fastball. This one Traverso swings at. That one was once again near the bottom of the zone. Fitch really loves that part, that lower half.
Especially with the tall hitter, it's a lot more difficult for him to get down there.
But now the 1-1 to Traverso. No action from Rovinelli. This one's low. Rovinelli was definitely thinking about going there, but Paul DeTore, good job getting down and blocking that one. The 2-1. Fitch comes set. Rovinelli goes. Paul DeTore gets a good jump on that one. Just a bit high, barely safe is Rovinelli once again. DeTore got a great jump on that ball. Cicero, good job covering there. But Rovinelli had a great jump. Read Fitch very well. Now, Cadets runner on second, no outs, 3-1 count, hitters count. Fitch delivers a fastball
again.
Low. Ball 4, first and second for St. Joe's, no outs. And we're going to start seeing some action in the Rutgers bullpen. Jake Fila now.
Corners are in. Maybe he's suspecting a bunt here.
Riley shows no bunt. That one's going to be a fastball right down the middle for a strike. We're going to see Lucas Snow in the bullpen for the Wreckers. Fitch could still come out of this inning with no runs. He keeps attacking the zone, but the 0-1 to Riley now. Just missed once again.
Another one low. Those calls seem to be going 50-50 every single time. Sometimes he gets some, and other times he's not.
Fitch looks over at Rovinelli on second. This one's a high fly ball to right field. Tobias going back at the wall, looks back, jumps, and he catches it. Mason Tobias jumps over the fence.
Robs a home run.
Oh,
what a play.
My goodness.
What a play from Mason Tobias there. He found the wall, goes up to get it. That tall frame of his.
Are they going to call it a home run?
Still,
the only way they could call it a home run is because his feet were off the ground when he caught the ball over the fence. But that was one heck of a play from Mason Tobias, tracking that the whole way.
Found the wall, sees the ball, jumps up, uses his 6-foot-plus frame to go get that ball. Falling over the fence as well.
That is just, I've never seen something like that. Or could be that he took the ball out of his mitt.
I feel like
that's too early, but
I feel like I've seen Mookie Betts do the same thing. I don't remember his feet being on the ground.
Or it could be that he took the ball out of his mitt.
Maybe, but yeah, he did throw it from over the wall.
I don't know if that's allowed.
I don't know if you can do that or not, but it's pretty cool.
We're hearing some commotion here at the patio. Umpire's talking it over, and now over to Coach McFarland. But I mean, Mason Tobias, that is just unbelievable. Yeah. Even if it doesn't go their way, that's just, I mean, you can't really do much better than that.
What an effort from him. Like, that ball was clearly over if he doesn't do anything about it. It was like
now it's belted.
Yeah, like good, like 8 feet. He just jumps up and goes to get it.
Over to our right, we have the Staples girls lacrosse game going on. Looks like they're really destroying. I can't quite determine who they're playing right now, but they're up 9-1.
I think that's the JV, and then Varsity's home opener starts at 5 o'clock. So
Looks like we're going to resume play here. I mean, St. Joe's did end up getting a run on the board, but they're not going to call it a home run. So Mason Tobias' play
is it a
works
double?
out perfect.
How'd they
No home run. Both runners tagged up from first and second.
How'd they get a run then?
Oh, wait.
I'm confused.
I'm not sure how they – there should not be a run on the scoreboard, I don't think.
Unless they just auto gave him a run, but just said, yeah, you're. It also says there's no outs. I'm not entirely sure what the ruling was there.
Now the 1-0 from Fitch. That one's going to be high. Josh Green at the plate. Still pretty confused on what the ruling.
Would love to get confirmation here, but I haven't got anything yet.
The 2-0 to Green. This one's going to be fouled up. In foul territory, Kelly looking
Can Kelly
for it.
get there?
Kelly
Yes, he
did get
can.
there. Battling the wind.
How they play.
I mean, maybe that's the first out of the inning.
Let's see how many outs Nolan says there are. Let's see what we're looking for.
Still second and third for St. Joe. They're going to put one out on the scoreboard. I'm still confused how that was not an out.
I want to see a signal from one of the umpires. But
I mean, I'm pretty sure there should be 2 outs if they didn't call that one a home run, and I'm pretty sure it should be 2-1 and not 3-1.
Yeah, if it was a home run, it would be a 3-run home run, taking the Cadets up 5-1. But
because
it was called. There was no run, but it wasn't called an out, and the runner is not on base. So
Harry Jones up to the plate now. Takes one strike looking, but I mean, Rovinelli's still on third. Traverso's on second. Those guys were both already on base when that play happened.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't really be any run on the scoreboard.
and 2 outs.
And there should be 2 outs.
Let's see what happens here. Let's see if he can get an out here and
They'll come off the field.
help us. Yeah.
Fastball is going to be just low and away from Fitch. 1-1 now on Harry Jones. Fitch looks over at Traverso, now delivers. That one's going to be just at his chest. Should be a strike, honestly.
It looked like it was at the belt. It's right in the hitter's wheelhouse, but Blue thinks it's a little bit high.
Now the 2-1 to Jones. That was going to be to
Ball's
the
by.
backstop. Here comes
He's right there.
Paul Dettori's going to get a great bounce off the backstop just to get Rovinelli out at home in time. It looks like that's going to be our answer.
Yeah.
So there were supposed to be 2 outs on the scoreboard.
McFarland's coming
And
out.
it should be 2-1.
Probably talk about that run being on the scoreboard. Let's see.
I mean, that bounce went in the Wrecker's favor.
Yeah,
Just ricocheted
right back to
Dettori off the backstop.
Yeah.
So the Wreckers shouldn't have given up a run in that inning. Scoreboard disagrees with us, but I think that's wrong, honestly.
Yeah, I do too.
Should be 2-1.
Especially because the outs were wrong, and let's see if that gets fixed. And if that plays a factor.
But once again, I mean, Mason Tobias saving that ball. Wreckers would have been down 5-1.
I would love to see a replay of that. That was some play.
That was ESPN top 10 caliber type of play.
Yeah, I want to see that on Sports Center. Still no cars hit, but I'm confident. We got a lot of baseball left.
So we assume 2-1 is your score here at Wreckers Field. Charlie Kerr and Ian Zwick live on WWPT at 90.3 FM or the Staples Baseball live stream through the O'Shea production. We thank you for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Rovinelli comes back to the bump, and finally the scoreboard gets fixed.
There we go. I can hear fans talking about it in the background. It still appears that they scored a run that inning, but the total is correct. They're just having fun with the scoreboard, guys. It's all right.
We're going to see the top of the lineup for the Wreckers.
Jules Cicero. Pop flatter right in the first inning to lead off the game. Leads off the bottom of the third here.
I mean, I don't think that people are saying behind us that there was a runner on third. I don't think there were bases.
There's definitely not a runner on third.
It was first and second because Rovinelli got a base hit and then
a walk from
Traverso.
Yeah.
Back to real time as Cicero fouls off the first pitch he saw. 0-1's the count.
Seems to be giving a lot of first pitch fastball. Staples looking to attack on that. You're going to pull up the...
I'm honestly just going to take a look back.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Once I can. Probably in between innings, but
Ball's
off speed from Rovinelli caught Jules off guard. 0-2 is the count now. Now the 0-2 might see another fast or off speed from Rovinelli. This one's a fastball. Cicero
down the line. Ball's down. Bobbled in left field.
Looking for
challenge
two.
at second.
Got
And
it.
cut off.
With ease, Cicero slides into second. Nice base hit
Great piece of hitting there.
from Jules Cicero to fight off that inside fastball
Right
down the line.
Looked awfully similar to, I believe it was Jones. Jones's double in the second inning. Takes an inside pitch right down the line, bobble in left field, in there for a leadoff double.
Now Nolan Walters back to the plate. First pitch is going to be a high fastball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 to Walters is going to be a
That was
fastball.
right in there.
Right in his wheelhouse.
Little,
Especially if you're a lefty. That one's
yeah,
kind of at your belt, just a little below.
little hesitation there.
1-1, Walters.
Ball's
Driven
fly
this
ball
one to
center field.
Cicero looking to tag up. He does
Does
not
not.
take it. That one was just over the cutoff man. At short. Cicero remains at second and 1 out now.
Pretty good swing there. Just appeared to get a little under, a little behind, but he can work.
Now,
I assume next time he'll be looking for same kind of swing, but just take it right off the fence.
now Bruce steps up to the plate. Also committed to Brown pretty recently.
They'll be teammates. And
Yeah, it'll be Jake
Couple
Rios
years.
and Bruce. Both juniors this year. So we'll end up at Brown at the same time. But now the 0-1 off speed way in the dirt. Cicero's going to have an easy look at third.
catcher struggled to find a hit off his face mask, bounced the right side.
If that one went in the dugout and Cicero was closer to third, he would have been able to score
Yeah.
because that would
Would have
out
tied
of
the
play.
game up, yeah.
So good job there from Traverso to recover nice and quick.
So Cicero's the first hit for the Wreckers in this game. Second time around. Yeah, it's good.
The 1-1 to Bruce off
Ooh.
speed. Pretty much just fought that one off.
Yeah, caught off guard, kind of like popped up in his stance, went back down. It was this, right? Yeah. In between innings. In between innings.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of the third. Jules Cicero stands alone on third. Off speed once again to Bruce. Caught him swinging.
Wow.
Another strikeout from Gavin Rovinelli on an off speed.
6th K of the game.
He has 2 strikeouts looking and 4 swinging.
Putting in work on the bump today.
And now Mark Kelly comes up to the plate. Said it before and I'll say it again, the Hobart commit. Mark Kelly, first pitch of this at bat, fastball. That one goes for a strike. Now Kelly goes down early in the count. So the 0-1 from Rovinelli. Another fastball, pretty much the same spot.
Right? And it's called a ball.
1-1. those have been, like you said, 50-50 all day.
For both pitchers.
Rovinelli off speed this time, catches the bottom half, no good.
Once again.
2-1's the count.
Yeah. Would hate to waste a leadoff double here. Got to cash this run in.
Rovinelli comes set. Now the 2-1. Fastball. Kelly fights this
High.
one off.
No call.
Not near car. That one just bounces off the building.
Out straight back.
Now 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Off-speed pitch, slow and away.
Full count.
Full count. Kelly takes a deep breath. He's locked in. Opportunity to tie this game in the bottom of the third. Fastball driven into right center. St. Joe's able to get there in time. That's Jake Philo in center field. Great job tracking that ball down from distance.
Good piece of hitting there. Center fielder was just able to get under that real quick. Kind of hung up in the air too long.
But now, let's take a look back at what we saw in the last inning.
First and
it was
second, yeah.
Jake Philo mattered. Big fly ball to right field. And Tobias just leaps over the fence.
Throws it from over the fence. And wait.
No runners scored.
No runners scored.
It was Rovinelli tagged up from second to third.
And the runner on first advanced to second.
I guess.
Did I miss? Did he steal the next play, or did he just?
I think they just advanced him. I'm not
Just
sure
moved him?
why they advanced him. But, so there shouldn't have been any runs. So that was just a mistake on the scoreboard side.
But no runs were.
So that play from Tobias was just unbelievable.
Saves a 3-run home run from Philo.
Fitch is going to come back out for this inning. Snow still to just be in the bullpen, just kind of stretching out, staying loose, just in case he needs to start warming up.
Yeah. Snow being a lefty would really benefit this pitching staff because of the amount of lefty hitters that St. Joe's have. Having that lefty-lefty matchup is a lot more difficult because everything breaks away from you rather than into your bat.
Quick warm-up from Fitch as they're already ready to throw this ball down. Harry Jones is going to lead off for St. Joe's. That was the first inning that the Cadets did not score. Neither did the Records.
Still a 2-1 score. St. Joe's leading. Top of the fourth inning. Harry Jones to lead off.
Pitch comes set. First pitch going to be a fastball grounder to
Out in
Nolan
front of
Walters.
it, Nolan Walters there.
Easy play over to Brill at first. Quick one out for the Wreckers. First one pitch, 1 out.
That's what Fitch needed. All these at-bats have been real long.
Really long.
Gets first pitch swinging, routine play to Nolan, just tires the hitter real quick. Senior captain Kyle Esteva at the plate.
Another lefty for St. Joe's. Pitch from Fitch to Estevez is going to be right down the middle for a strike. Fitch ready pretty quick after that one. 0-1.
Appears that he's in a groove right now.
0-1 to Estevez off speed. Just choked it a little bit.
I stand corrected.
Spiked it into the dirt. 1-1.
When you're pitching and you have this momentum going, it's really helpful when you're in this groove.
Fitch, another high ground ball to Cicero.
Cicero, he's there.
No one able to get to first in time. There was a lot of action over in that first and second base position area. as both Brill and Cicero went for it. Fitch unable to get to the bag in time. Those are what you call PFPs for practice.
You can imagine they're going to be doing a lot of those in their next practice. Those aren't fun for the pitchers, but you can see it's really important because they would have had 2 outs there.
Yeah, it would have been a crucial out.
Another quick, but now runner on first, 1 out.
Now John Mercier back to the dish. Runner on first, pick off from Fitch. Estevez to get back in time. Fitch should really focus on the batter here is my guess. That one's going to be fouled off from Mercier, but you should focus on the batter, not really worry about the runner because, I mean, 1 out. You've kind of had a lot of base runners, so kind of if you want to try and avoid that, not get in your head as much, just focus on the batter.
Absolutely, when you're in your head too much about the runner, the runner goes.
There goes Estevez.
Throw down. Right there.
Torrey's throw.
Throws him out.
Unbelievable throw from Paul and a great pick from Cicero.
What a throw from Paul. And Fitch getting it to the plate quickly. Estevez unable to swipe second base.
That was just perfectly delivered.
Now 2 outs here.
Hop.
They get that out back that was lost by the air.
2 outs now to Mercier. Fouls that one back, 1 and 2. Fitch looking to end this inning pretty quickly.
Has had real 3 long innings, but if he can get this batter out quickly, it would be really helpful for him. Especially that strain on that arm, he's feeling something.
Off speed once again, just choked it. Count now 2 and 2 with 2 outs. Still an opportunity to end this top of the 4th with no threat to a run. Fitch gets the sign from Dettori. Now delivers, fastball low. Full count once again for Fitch.
Long at bats. It's been the story of the game for Fitch.
Asking for a new ball.
He's thrown a couple in the dirt, so that's not surprising.
Still Mercier at the plate. Full count, 2 outs. 2-1, the Cadets lead. Fitch delivers with a fastball outside. Another walk from Charlie Fitch.
It's rough.
So runner back on first. We're going to see the top of the order for St. Joe's with Jake Rios. Mercier gets the sign.
Single up the middle in his last at-bat.
Fitch with pickoff. Just trying to keep him close. Even though the last time they stole, Paul gunned him out. Fitch delivers with a fastball right at his knees inside.
Looked like a changeup, honestly. That ball changed plane pretty significantly.
Still a great pitch from Fitch. Just caught the inside part of the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Pick over to Brill once again. Just keeping Mercier close. I'm pretty sure that's his goal.
Yeah, he's been doing that all day. Every time a runner's been on first, he's kept them honest. Runner does go.
Mercier goes.
Ball in the dirt.
Low.
No challenge there. Mercier swipes second base with ease. Now with the runner in scoring position, Rios will be looking to add on to the 2 runs that St. Joe's has.
1-1 count with 2 outs. Mercier moves to second. Fitch delivers with a fastball low once again. Hasn't really found much with that fastball pretty recently. Most of it's just been low. So if he dials that in, which should definitely help his at-bats.
Seems more comfortable with off speed. Let's see if he does that here.
2-1. That one's going to be low once again. 3-1 count.
Oh, that looks. The Torrey is shaken up. his shoulder.
That hit his shoulder?
No, he like went to reach down. He like must have extended it or something. It's really unfortunate because
It is unfortunate.
I'm quite familiar with shoulder issues.
Yeah. It's not like you're getting surgery tomorrow.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But very unfortunate, especially with it was just a reach for the ball.
Especially after gunning someone out, this would be a huge loss for the Wreckers if he can't stay in the game.
Looks like he's good, just kind of stretching it out, moving it around.
Yeah. Could have just been a little jolt, but see how he feels. Backup catcher is Logan Orr. So.
Looks like he's good. Still trying to just shake it off.
That's big for the Wreckers that he stays in the game. So valuable behind the plate.
So 3-1, still the count on Jake Rios. John Mercier on second for the Cadets. 2 outs, 2-1 your score. Cadets still lead. Now the pitch from Fitch. Fastball, this one's driven to center.
Can
Jack
Jacobs get there?
Very deep. This one he got.
Ball's on the ground.
Base ump says that was dropped.
It did appear to short hop into center field. Rios with another base hit up the middle to drive in a run with 2 RBIs on the day.
It looked like a catch from here, but I mean, why was Jacob so far back is my question. With 2 outs, runner on second, scoring position, a single could drive that runner in. You don't want to be that far back.
Yeah. It did appear to me that it bounced on the ground. He one-hopped it.
I couldn't really see from here. It's very far away, but
yeah.
Definitely, I mean, he could have got there.
But that'd be a big play if that isn't out because that saves a run. And so it brings Walsh back to the plate.
They're going to call it no catch, so 3-1, now your score. Jake Rios with an RBI single.
On a 3-1 count, takes fastball right into center field.
McFarland's got a lot of words to say to the home plate umpire. Almost threw him out, honestly. Just umpire was starting to walk away, then he turned back around. It was,
yeah. Oh, he's coming back out again. Okay.
There, might look to the
Mound
bullpen
visit.
here.
See if Snow comes in here.
I don't even think Snow's not even in the bullpen anymore. I don't think. Trying to see. Looks like that's going to be it for Fitch.
Snow does come onto the
Lucas
field.
Snow is coming in, but still they have another pitcher in the bullpen.
Who's that? Can't see
Not
from here.
quite sure who it is from here.
Quite far away.
Could be Nate Pauley, the junior. I think that's who it is.
Yeah, it looks like 19 from here.
But Lucas Snow, the lefty, is going to come in against Nate Walsh, who is a lefty batter.
As I mentioned earlier, that lefty-lefty is a lot more difficult to hit when it's same side. Everything breaks away from you rather than into your bat.
So big giving up run for the Wreckers. After that line drive into center field seemed to be dropped or just caught on a one-hop. But Lucas Snow looking to stop the bleed for the Wreckers. Tall lefty pitcher. Believe, I mean, knowing him since elementary school, you know he's 6'3".
6'3", really?
6'3" lefty, pretty threatening when you're looking up to him on the mound.
Yeah. That frame helps his velocity as a pitcher.
So Nate Walsh going to be the first batter to face Lucas Snow. 3-1 lead is what the Cadets have in the top of the fourth with 2 outs.
Right.
Lucas Snow warming up pretty much everything. The fastballs, the off speed. Looks pretty good. Everyone's going to head back to their positions. Lucas Snow going to get a couple more warm-up pitches in before he's ready to deal.
Difficult to come in with a runner on and at the top of the order, but with 2 outs, should settle in. Especially with a lefty pitcher here, it's a lot harder to get a lead off first base because when he picks off, it's a lot more deceptive. See?
Pick-off move from Snow. Rios saw that one coming, but good move, just keeping him close. Keeping a close eye on him there. Not trying to get him into scoring position. This one's thrown over once again. Still yet to deal a pitch to Nate Walsh. First pitch
Runner
to Nate Snow.
goes.
Rios goes. Paul.
Torrey throw down.
No
It's
good.
in there.
Just a bit late. Rios got a great jump on that slide step.
It's rare getting picked off twice in a row.
And then you go.
Going right away and you take it.
So runner advances into scoring position once again for St. Joe's. 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike. Runner on second for Nate Walsh. Pitch from Snow. Be a fastball. This one's driven into center field.
Jacobs back there. Tracks it down.
Able to make the play. Jack Jacobs in center field.
Snow gets out of there. Just 2 pitches and 2 pickoffs.
Good job from Snow. Just really not think about the situation that he was coming into there.
Just get the out on the batter. That's exactly what he did. Walsh was all over that, but
wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a little bit of the middle of the order here for the Wreckers.
It's going to be Vega to lead it off.
Got to get those base runners on and then rely on the bottom of the order to kind of pull through, just get those singles. You don't need anything big. You just want to keep getting base runners on, kind of scare Rovinelli and St. Joe's a little bit. But a lot of game left. Only the bottom of the fourth. Down 2 runs. This game could go either way.
Once again, Rovinelli with 6 Ks on the day. He's been dealing. Wreckers with just 1 hit. That came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leadoff double from Jules Cicero.
Looks like Coach Bob Buswell and Coach Avery are having a few words with the home plate umpire. Not quite sure what about. Could be the catch from Jacobs. Could just be really anything.
Anything. Wonder what they're gonna. Could be talking about dinner plans. You never know.
That could be.
Where's your favorite spot to eat dinner?
Are we talking in Westport? Or are we talking?
Well, let's go both. Let's go both.
What do you mean both? I only gave one option.
Oh, what was the other option you were gonna say?
Just like in Connecticut or around here, like Fairfield County.
Just do around here.
Okay, so Fairfield County, I'll still probably stick with Westport. Give me Sakura.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I mean,
Real
I
good
feel like that's
spot.
a lot of people's favorites, but it never misses.
Yeah. The atmosphere in that place is just, it's awesome.
It's unbelievable. Just the food makes it so much better.
You're making me hungry, bro.
Anyways, almost dinner time. 5:15, 5:17 to be exact, is your local time here at Staples High School. Charlie Kerr and Ian Zwick on the call. But Vincent Vega looking to lead off Rovinelli in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch he's going to see is an away fastball for ball 1. Rovinelli deals once again. This one's another line drive to the left side. Hit too hard from
Followed by the
Vega.
third baseman. Nate Walsh unable to come up with the ball.
Great job there from Vinny, making great contact. They should mark that down as a hit.
Yeah.
That was ripped.
It's a real tough play. Walsh makes that, so would be the second hit for the Wreckers today, both down the third baseline.
Now Jack Jacobs at the dish. First pitch he's going to see is maybe a changeup, just a bit outside. Vega's going to stay at first. No action yet. Not that big of a lead.
I haven't seen Rovinelli pick off today.
Rovinelli deals once again. Low and away ball. 2-0 now. No outs. Runner on first for Jacob. Rovinelli comes set for the 2-0. This one's high.
3-0 count. Once again, Jacobs walked in the second inning.
Probably not a green light once again.
Yeah.
Got to get those runners on.
Vega's reached twice. Base hit and a walk. Jacobs looking to do the same. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Obviously no green light. Now it's still hitter's count, so Jacobs looking for a walk or a base hit would be better. Outfield looks to be playing back on that left side. This one's driven into left field. Good read by
right to the left fielder.
Nice piece from Jacob. Still didn't really phase.
Yeah.
Left fielder. Can't tell from here who exactly, but
that ball off the bat seemed like it would get down, but it just stayed up in the air.
Just
right
carried.
into the left fielder.
Now Connor Brill up to the dish once again. First pitch ball. That's his Rovinelli's third at bat this inning and third first pitch ball.
Brill went down swinging last time with two runners in scoring position.
The 1-0 to Brill. This one's
popped up right to the
up.
second baseman.
That's going to be easy for Estevez at second. 2 outs now. Vega's still on first for Mason Tobias.
Made that unbelievable catch.
Acrobatic play.
In the top of the third inning, saving a 3-run home run.
Tobias, he's really struggled a little bit with the off speed in his last at bat. Let's see if Rovinelli goes back to that.
He does.
First pitch off speed.
It's low.
Another first pitch ball for Rovinelli. No action from Vega. Still not really a big lead.
Rovinelli not worried about him.
This one's a line drive to left field from
Tobias. Through the third base shortstop gap. That is a great piece of hitting from Tobias there. Got a fastball and just pulled it right through the gap.
Tobias saw that fastball very well. Able to get nice in front of it. Very hard line drive ground ball. Now we're going to see a pinch hitter here. Will Allett's going to come to the dish. Will Allett's first AB of the game.
Oh.
Will Allett going to pinch hit for Dettori. So runners on first and second and 2 outs for Will Allett, the pinch hitter lefty.
Jules Cicero on deck.
This
that ball's drilled into deep center field.
Center field tracks it down once again. What a great piece of hitting from Will Allett. He knew he almost had that one.
Once again, the ball is just sitting a little bit too high in the air for the Staples Wreckers. That ball gets down. That is
huge.
Trouble for the Cadets. But
also, he just missed a home run, too. That was tattooed in the center field. Lucas Snow coming back out.
It's like one of those when you're playing MLB The Show. You get a perfect line out. You're like,
yeah,
it's frustrating.
That was right in the center of the barrel for Will Allett. But he's, pinch hit, seeing the ball very well with only one pitch in.
Yeah.
Let's see if that'll stay the rest of this game. Looks like Lucas Snow's yet to start warming up. Finally, here he goes. That year by drinking.
Real great sip of water there, Charlie.
Lucas Snow just keeps doing what he's been doing this season. Things will turn out pretty solid for the Wreckers. Only down 2 runs, 3-1 going in the top of the 5th.
Still very much within reach.
Exactly, could go either way.
Still a lot of baseball to be played. You were more careful this time.
I was more careful. Didn't want to disturb anyone, but gotta hydrate out here.
Yeah.
Sun's beaming on the back of our neck.
Hot day here in
Nice
Southern
warm
Connecticut.
day.
Yeah.
But finally, honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's been pretty cold here in the Westport, Fairfield County area. So days like these you treasure. Great day for baseball.
Until, of course, it gets into July and it's 95 degrees every day. You're like, I wish it was cold. But this is just a wonderful day here.
Lucas Snow comes set for the first at-bat at the top of the 5th. First pitch is going to be a fastball down the middle to Gavin Rovanelli, the pitcher. So pitcher's duel here with Snow and Rovanelli. Second pitch is going to be an off-speed that just slipped a little bit.
Rovanelli with that chopper last time to third base that Kelly was unable to come up with.
Now the 1-1 to Rovanelli. It's going to be a fastball high once again. Yet to see a swing from Rovanelli in this AB. Pitches another fastball and a big hack from Rovanelli, but evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Snow looking for an early out in this inning. The pitch off speed, barely tipped off from Rovanelli. Almost got sorted there, to be honest.
I would have hit the emote. Trevor Bauer,
Trevor Bauer sword.
Yeah. 2-2.
2-2 still. Once again, this one's a fastball right at the letters. That was a little higher than the belt. It's probably about.
Also a little bit inside, but,
I think Cadets letters on the jersey, but full count for Snow's first AB of the 5th. Pitch right down the middle, strikeout looking, drop third strike.
Can he get it there? No, he can't. He's got another Rovanelli reaching base once again from an error.
Yeah, unfortunate. Snow, great job there, catching him looking.
Does that go down as a K in the scorecard?
Yeah, Jack dropped third strike, yeah.
Unable to get him out, though.
Then an error. So, yeah. It is strikeout, then error. So now comes the catcher, Drew Traverso, and Snow's looking over at Rovanelli pretty early.
Swept a bag earlier in this game, so it makes sense to keep him close to the bag.
First pitch, just kidding. Another pickoff to Rovanelli. That's first time there's been a runner on first. Lucas Snow has gone back-to-back pickoffs.
He started last inning with 2 pickoffs.
That's what I just said.
Not what you said.
He goes 2 pickoffs back to back, but this time he goes for a third.
So,
So Traverso's yet to see a pitch from Snow in this at-bat. There's been 3 pickoffs. Snow comes set.
once
Another
again,
pickoff. This one, Snow just steps off pretty quick.
for in the MLB, that's an auto.
That is
base,
a walk.
but yeah,
Or not a walk, just a base.
yeah, but we are not in the MLB.
So slide step just from Snow.
And it's in there for a
Fastball.
strike.
Lower half of the zone, he got it. 0-1.
Keeps the ball down on Traverso. Tall hitter, like I said earlier, difficult to get down to those lower pitches.
The 0-1 to Traverso. It's going to be an off speed. Looking for a double play here.
Double play.
Kelly
There's
to
one.
Cicero.
Cicero,
To
ball in
Brill
dirt.
with a pick.
Brill
They
with
got
pick.
him. Double play goes 5-4-3.
Great pick there from Brill.
Great job from Brill to see that one all the way to his mitt. And just also good job from Kelly to get that ball out of his glove pretty quick over to Cicero. And Cicero delivering a dime off of 1 or 2 hops. But now, it's Jake Fila, who had the home run threat earlier in this game, which was robbed by Mason Tobias. That's got to be a top highlight somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Still one of the
share the
best
clip.
catches I've ever seen.
Share the clip.
Yeah. Clip that.
The 1-0 to Fila. That one's going to be high.
Little dance from Fila on the plate there.
Come on, Lucas. Found it. No, there first.
2-0 is the count on Jake Fila. This one's fastball down the
Ball's
middle.
popped up
Fouled away.
into the football field.
Rutgers lacrosse, boys lacrosse, are playing McMahon right now.
All lacrosse teams are playing McMahon right now. Girls, boys,
I believe the
Jave.
girls. The girls start.
they're starting soon, yeah. Thought that game was at 5.
3-1 the count here. Back at the baseball field. 2 outs. No runners on. Lucas Snow has done a great job this inning. Looking for the 3rd out. 2-1. Fastball. Blew it by him for a strike. Evens up the count at 2s. Snow looking for a comeback in this at-bat to get the job done in the 5th. The 2-2. This one's fouled up. Kind of towards us. Can Paul get there?
Dettori's right
Yes, he
there
can.
for the out. Snow does a great job once again. Letting them make contact on it, but it's weak contact right to the gloves of the Staples Wreckers.
Great job from Lucas Snow.
Ravenelli coming back out onto the bump for his 5th inning of action.
And Lucas Snow let 1 runner on, but then
Double
that runner was hit
play.
into a double play.
Gets them to pop up. It's really well done.
Like you said earlier, that lefty pitcher, those hitters struggle against those lefties because you don't really see them as often. So they're very crucial to have on your side. Rovinelli's going to come out for his 5th inning. 1 earned run.
Top of the order coming up for the Wreckers. Cicero with that leadoff double to start the 3rd inning.
Rovinelli probably going to just be a quick warm up here, as he's been going the past 5 innings. Still been dealing pretty well.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be losing any velocity.
Now ready to throw down. As Wreckers got to get some runners on early.
And this is the time to do it. You got the top of the order coming up. Wreckers have been making better contact recently. looking to add some runs to the board. Still plenty of baseball left for this game to go either way.
Senior captain Jules Cicero ready to lead the bottom of the fifth inning up. Down 3-1 to the Cadets. As Gavin Rovinelli stays on the bump. First pitch fastball fouled away from Jules. Maybe a car. Nope.
Right into Staples High School.
Right into the bricks of the school.
Right into the wall ball zone.
Cicero goes down 1 early. Another fastball. This one's
That.
low.
Right to the second baseman.
Able to get the play is the captain for St. Joe's, Kyle Estevez. It was like a line drive, ground ball kind of thing.
Nice job to get it off one hop, right to the first baseman. Once again, good contact for the Wreckers. They're just not finding the right places in the ballpark.
Nolan Walters now in the 2-hole. Takes ball 1.
Fly out to center field, last at bat.
This one's another
Once again, to
fly
center
ball
field.
to center field.
Look,
Can he
appears
get
to be
there in time?
down,
No, it's in the
yes.
gap. Walters looking for 2. He's going to get there with ease.
It's going to be a stand-up double for Nolan Walters, freshman shortstop.
Freshman Nolan Walters gets the job done.
Goes the other way, like I was saying last time. He's looking for that same area, just get it down. That's exactly what he did. Opposite field. Just great swing there.
Bruce looking to drive this runner in.
One
Cut the
out,
lead to 1.
or even tie the game up. We know about his power.
First pitch to Bruce. Fastball
Right in the middle of the zone.
right down the middle he takes.
Appeared
That
to have
would have been the
some-
one.
Appeared to have some extra zip on it from Rovinelli.
Walters leads off second.
Not really holding him.
0-1. This one's low.
All down in the dirt.
Now 1-1, 1 out. With a runner on second. Bruce off speed.
Off speed in there. Catches him backing off the plate. Happened in the last at bat.
Rovinelli's dialed in with those curved balls or off speeds or sliders, whatever it may be.
He hasn't missed the zone very much with those, but if he hangs one, it could be catastrophic for him.
Now 1-2, fastball. This one's
Outside. Appeared right there, but
looks pretty good once again. That was pretty scary, but that's a close take from Bruce. Now the 2-2.
off speed once
Off speed
again.
once
Ball
again.
gets away.
Ball's
Walters
away.
advances to third.
Are they going to let him home?
Did the ball go out?
It did go out.
They say he stays there. Good take there on the off speed from Bruce. Walters advances to third on the wild pitch.
Walters got to third in time. He would have been able to score to cut the lead to 1. But now runner on third, full count for Bruce. And there's 1 out.
Expecting him to challenge here.
Off speed
Doesn't.
is low. Ball 4. Runners on first and third for Staples for Mark
Four-hitter.
Kelly.
Yep.
Kelly's seen the ball pretty well. Just has yet to get one to fall. But has been having good contact.
Rovinelli's had his number in this one.
Looking for a pinch runner. We're going to see sophomore Dean Patel gear up. He's going to head over to first for Bruce. Definitely the right play. Patel's got some speed on him.
Yeah,
he was
he's
even
got
on
speed.
I think he was on the playoff team last year.
He was as a freshman.
Got some pinch running time in. So probably going to look for a steal here.
Put 2 runners in scoring position for Kelly. Because a single would tie the game up, most likely. Can't jump ahead here.
Rovinelli.
Could also be looking for like a first and third play. Get Patel into like a pickle. get Walters to score from third.
Rovinelli's still going to stay out there. No mound visits
mound
since
visit,
like the
yeah.
first or second inning. No
Doesn't
steal.
go.
First pitch, fastball, just a bit high.
Veered in there, but
Right across those Wreckers letters on the jersey. So 1-0 for Kelly. Still no steal. This one's just hit off the
right
end of
into
the bat.
second baseman.
Right to the second baseman, but it's dropped.
Oh,
That's just, I mean, nothing you can really
nothing
do
you can
there.
do. Yeah, that's so unfortunate
Just
for the Wreckers.
I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do.
May have been an infield fly. Or
There's going to be a mound
not
visit.
mound visit. You just said it. They haven't had one since probably the second inning.
I mean, nothing you can do for Patel
Yeah.
or Walters at third. You expect those to be caught. So you kind of shade closer to your bag where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Even if it does fall and you're off the bag, there's no chance you're doing
Yeah.
anything from there. Especially with a force out at second.
So we're going to see our first mound visit for the Cadets since the second inning.
Vega, who's reached twice today.
Both on walks, I believe.
No, his second one was
there's
a
a
ground ball at
single.
a
Single
third.
on the left side,
yeah.
yeah. Hard hit single to the third baseman. Looking to score at least one with Walters on third. He's
Okay.
been on third since 1 out.
With that one out double that he had into the gap, left center gap, going the other way. A lot of energy from the Wreckers dugout.
Out. Home plate ump cleans off the plate. Rovinelli stays at the mound. Kelly on first. Walters on third.
Need to get a run here.
Vega at the dish. First pitch, fastball
Ball
low.
in the dirt. Runner does not go.
No action from first with the pinch runner Patel. See, if he did steal, that we would have still been on second or third. The 1-0 to Vega is going to be fouled back. Maybe a car?
I think it ended up
No,
in one.
no,
it
that
went,
doesn't count.
It went 2-ball.
That doesn't count. That hit the wall, then the door of the school, and then we don't know after that.
I'm going to assume it hit a car.
That doesn't count. It has to directly hit the car.
Okay. What are the points if a windshield shatters? I'm not paying.
1-1's the count to Vega.
By
Fastball
him.
blew it by him. So now Rovinelli's got the count in his favor. At 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and third. It's a big pitch for both the Wreckers and the Cadets. Kelly goes, fastball, ground ball up the middle. Vega's unable to beat that one out. Rovinelli gets out of a jam in the 5th, and they remain
A lot of emotion there from Rovinelli.
on top.
Expected that. Gets out of a
3-1.
jam, yeah.
3-1, still your score going into the 6th inning. Charlie Curran and Ian Zwick on the call. So the Wreckers just had their opportunity to score, but they were unable to execute.
They've had a lot of
Once
runners
again.
on, but they've struggled with runners in scoring position. As the varsity girls lacrosse team is up 6-0 in the first quarter. So, shout out them.
Yeah, very impressive. Looks like they just scored again.
Another one, 7-0.
Just scored. So they're
They're
looking to
doing
have a
real
successful
well against
season.
McMahon, yeah.
Look, maybe ask someone for a score check on the lacrosse game. So we'll get you with that pretty shortly. But Lucas Snow's going to stay on the bump for the top of the 6th. He's dealt pretty well since he came in. So I don't really know why they would take him out. Snow's warming up. The Tory still finally ready to throw down. Leadoff hitter for St. Joe. It's going to be Josh Green. Snow's ready to deal the green. Snow's only let one batter on these 2 innings that he's been out. Looking to keep it that way. The first pitch to Josh Green is going to be high for ball 1. Just got to stay calm.
Rutgers still have Nate Pauley in the bullpen.
This one's going to be right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 now.
Green backed off the plate there. Felt that it was inside. But
Now the 1-1 from Snow. A fastball at the knees.
same spot.
Great
again.
spot from Snow.
Green jumps back.
Now a 1-2 count for Lucas Snow against Josh Green. Fastball at that inside spot
again.
once again.
He's really attacking that, trying to back him off the plate.
Making him a little bit scared at the dish. Now 2-2. Lucas Snow,
Breaking
the
ball
off
right in there.
speed.
Great pitch.
Great
Catches
pitch
Green
from
looking.
Lucas Snow. That was just disgusting.
Backwards.
After 4 straight fastballs, just really caught him off balance with the off speed there. Now first pitch to Harry Jones is going to be low and inside for ball 1.
And it is 8-0 after the first quarter. They scored again. So, what do you got
That's
the score prediction for that game?
Mercy. 1-0. From Snow to Jones. This one's right down the
in
middle
there.
for an easy strike. Now the 1-1 count with 1 out. No runners on. That one's going to be high for ball 2.
Not showing up.
Still can't get the score for the boys lacrosse spot.
Would assume they're winning against McMahon.
2-1 to Jones. That one's low.
Low.
Paul did a good job framing that one, but wasn't good enough. I mean, the game could be over. It's 5:45. Game started at 4.
Now the boys JV lacrosse.
No.
We gonna get them.
No. So 3-1 for Snow. That one's off
Breaking
speed.
ball.
Looked good, but they didn't get the call. That's just
3 straight balls
seen
there
that
from
all
Snow.
day. I mean, that one looked pretty good. Again,
The captain, Kyle Estevez, at the plate. Rutgers looking to turn 2 here as they did last inning to get out of this inning, get the bats going.
now lefty once again with Harry Jones on first. First pitch fastball just barely
tip.
tipped off in the Tories' mitt for strike 1.
Snow not appeared to be worried about Jones at first.
A very small lead.
Not a big lead, not really looking there much. Just kidding.
Pick us off.
Rutgers love that pick off play today.
0-1 on Estevez.
Same
Pickoff once again. I mean, I don't really see the point, purpose in that.
Doesn't have a big lead.
Yeah, not big of a lead. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Snow's going to come set.
Still looks at him.
No pickoff. This one's
Ball
delivered.
down. Oh, by Brill.
Base hit
in the
into
right field.
Tobias picks it up. Just looks to throw it right to the cutoff man for an easy single from Kyle Estevez.
Right by Brill's glove. Laid out for that. Unable to come up with the play. That could have been an inning-ending double play.
That's going to be
Mercier
John
at the plate.
Mercier. There's third at bat of the game. First and second with one out. Rutgers got to be careful with the runners in scoring position. Outfield seems to be a little bit closer than they usually are. Snow comes set. No big lead from Jones at second. Delivers the pitch off speed.
Off speed in there for a strike.
Nice pitch from Lucas Snow. So 0-1 with one out. Could get a double play here. Any base is a force right now. Lucas Snow now chucks this
Ball's
one into the
up
dirt.
in the air, into the
Goes
dugout.
out of play. So runners will advance to second and third. Just unfortunate bounce off of Tatori's mask.
Now there's no longer force outs. It's real
Infield's
unfortunate for
coming
the
in.
Wreckers.
The
All
field
runs
in.
count. They gotta stop this run here. Strikeout would be big.
Defense looking to get this runner out at the plate if he decides to go. One and one count on Mercier. Snow fastball
By him.
at the chest.
1-2 count. Snow back in the driver's seat.
This would be a big strikeout for the Wreckers. 1-2 is the count. Been throwing the off speed pretty well. We might expect that right now. 1-2. Fastball.
Popped
Pop,
up.
fly
Right
ball.
back to Snow. Called
Mark
off.
Kelly got it.
Kelly. That's like exactly what the Wreckers needed.
That's the exact play in the Greenwich game. There was a play exactly like that in the top of the seventh. And there was miscommunication between Walters, Kelly, and Snow. And the ball dropped. And then the Greenwich took the lead.
Intentionally walked.
Intentionally
The
walked.
Brown commit.
I mean,
Rios. He's
good
been
decision, especially now we got a lefty-lefty matchup.
he's been raking all day. His 2 RBIs on the day already. Not surprised to see them walk there. And now they got force outs, all bags.
Big strikeout from Lucas Snow there, as now there are 2 outs. Or big out there from Lucas Snow, not strikeout. First pitch,
Breaking ball outside.
it's going to be a ball to Walsh. 1-0 with 2 outs, bases juiced.
Surprised the runners don't have bigger leads with no one holding them on.
1-0, fastball.
Ball's
This one's
driven.
into left center.
Left center
gap.
field.
Can
Can
Vega-
Vega get there? Yes, he can.
Attaboy, Snow!
Walsh
job.
with good contact once again, but the balls are not falling for him right now.
Wake the bats up.
Nice job from Lucas Snow to stay composed and Vega to track that one down from left field. Just good defense from the Wreckers. So,
See if Ravanelli comes back out once again.
heading into the bottom of the 6th. Score is 3-1 still. Wreckers have 2 more opportunities to tie this game or take the lead as Ravanelli is going to come back up. Just kidding.
He's going to third
He's going to
base.
head to third base. We're going to see a new
New
arm.
pitcher.
It's going to be
Nate Walsh. Is it?
Lefty hitter, but a righty pitcher.
Yes, it is.
So Wreckers are going to face their first relief pitcher of the day in the 6th inning. See if Walsh has what it takes to finish the job here.
Ravanelli with 6 Ks, 5 innings pitched. Real great start from him. He's done all he needed to do other than that one errant throw to third base leading to a Wreckers run. But otherwise, he kept them in check with only a couple hits. Had a couple walks, but he was able to overcome those.
Yeah, great job from Ravanelli overall. Now we'll see him at third as he just overthrew a warm-up throw. So he's still juiced up from that last inning.
Yeah. Showed a lot of emotion coming into the dugout after he got that big, out of that first and third jam with 1 out. Oh.
I think I saw 13-0.
That works. So
don't quote me on that, but I believe
yes,
that
it was.
Right.
That was in the third quarter. So is that live right now?
Staples Lacrosse is up 13-0 on Brian McMahon High School in the third quarter. Staples girls lacrosse score update is 10-0 with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. And here at the baseball field, the Wreckers are down 3-1 to the St. Joe's Cadets. Shade covering over the field now. Now the temperature feels perfect. Jack Jacob is going to be the first victim to face Nate Walsh.
Probably has a little extra juice in him from that bases loaded opportunity, not falling for him. But Staples is in. Only 2 innings left, but still a lot can happen. A lot can happen.
Traverso is going to come back to behind the plate.
As we start the bottom of the 6th inning.
This is big at bat. Definitely want Jacobs to get on base.
He's reached twice already in this game.
First pitch fastball is going to be a light foul ball.
Can he get there?
First baseman gets there in time. That's Josh Green over at first. Just tracking that down. Nice little over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory for 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Jacobs appeared to be jammed on that. Fastball a little behind that. Flies right to the first baseman in foul territory.
Now it's going to be pinch hitter Mikey Vizzo up to the plate. I believe he's pinch hitting for Brill. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
You're good. You're good. Good comms there.
So Vizzo's first AB of the game is going to be against the new Nate Walsh. First pitch fastball is going to be low.
Not fazed by that at all. Didn't even move. Like a statue in the box, Mikey Vizzo.
Looks like he got the take sign from Coach McFarland at third, which is the 2 fists, one over the other.
They do not want to be letting him get into a... Did not want him to have 2 pitches, 2 outs there. Smart play there.
So Vizzo let that one go by for a strike, so counts now 1-1. That one's way high.
Staples dugout with a lot of juice right now. We need this rally.
Very loud.
Sounds like I'm right next to him.
Vizzo's up in the count 2-1. This one's right down,
the middle.
2-2. Yet to see a hack from Vizzo. Big at bat with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2. Fastball is fouled off.
Back.
Vizzo fought that fastball off. Still count. It's 2-2. Timeout batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Mikey Vizzo at the dish. Nate Walsh on the mound. And the pitch.
Breaking
ball. Fought.
Foul back. Good battle here from Mikey Vizzo.
Vizzo saw that off speed come in. Kind of stayed back a little bit, just fouled that one off. He was on it though, that's why I went straight back. 2-2 once again. Fastball, got him swinging. Strike 3, now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. As Mason Tobias up to bat. Tobias' last at bat got a nice hard hit single to the third base shortstop gap as he's going to look at the first pitch strike. And 1 for Nate Walsh with 2 outs.
Breaking ball
again.
Unable to come up with it, but it's still a strike.
Tobias goes down to 0-2 in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Nate Walsh has been dealing this inning. Can he finish the job? Fastball right by Tobias for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down
for Walsh.
3 up, 3 down for St. Joe's. They lead going in to the top of the 7th. 3-1 is your score. So, assuming Lucas Snow is going to come out for the might be final inning of this game, if the Wreckers don't tie it up. But, I mean, he's been throwing the ball really well. No runs yet on him. Just a couple base runners. Probably just about 1 hit, 2 hits at most.
Yeah, he's kept them in check so far. But I got 3, 4, 5 coming up. St. Joe's does.
Lucas Snow's looking for a quick warm-up. Looking forward to starting this last inning, possibly. Looks like I think we're going to see towards the top of the lineup for St. Joe's.
Paulie's still in the bullpen for the Wreckers.
He's been there the past like 5 innings.
Yeah. Always keeps the arms warm.
So Rovinelli is going to lead things off in the top of the 7th for the Cadets. Maybe to add a couple more runs of insurance.
He reached base earlier today on a drop third strike that he beat out. That ball is belted, but it's foul.
Ripped into left.
Over everything, actually.
I don't know if that would have ended up getting over the wall.
Probably not
honestly.
the wall, but it cleared the short fence over there. Foul territory. Clearly all over Snow on that pitch.
Didn't seem to phase Snow that much. He's just right back on the mound, ready to keep dealing. Snow comes set for the 0-1 pitch. A little bit of a change-up that looked there.
He saw Ravenelli was early on the fastball, so he goes off speed, try and catch him out in front, but he just caught him looking. 0-2 from Snow.
Snow up in the count early. Same pitch.
Change up.
Still early as Ravenelli.
Out in front. Snow's got to see that.
Maybe go to a bit of a curveball slider here. Just can't go back to that fastball.
Yeah, he'll be all over that.
Gets the sign from Rattori. Now the 0-2.
High fastball.
No, that was a little bit on the
little
off
slow,
speed.
yeah.
Just slipped a little bit. Now he can really go with anything as it's 1-2.
A little waist pitch there.
Just got to
Try and get him to chase.
timeout, Rovinelli. Kind of shaking some things out a little bit. Right back in the box. Now for the 1-2. Fastball right near us.
That could be a car.
Nope.
Oh, in
Just
between.
It's right in the
road.
Yeah, literally the lane where the cars don't go.
Yeah. If there's a car driving by, that'd be quite unfortunate, but nothing so far. Snow up 1-2 in the count. Rovinelli with a couple foul balls.
1-2. This one's high once again. 2-2 now after back-to-back foul balls from Rovinelli. Long at bat, Gavin Rovinelli.
Making Snow work. It was fourth inning of action.
Off speed
Off
down
speed.
the middle.
Oh.
That one
McFarland not happy with that. That appeared to be right in the middle of the plate, but
that was right there, honestly.
Yeah.
But now moves to full count. Gonna have some words.
I have some words with McFarland.
Just make the call.
Fans not happy here.
Still arguing.
If we had ABS challenging system,
That would get turned over.
probably
right away.
would be a strike 3, but Snow's got to go back to work. 3-2 count.
Full count on Rovinelli. Off speed,
Off speed
fouled
once
off.
again.
Long at bat.
Good battle here between these two players. Both have pitched in this game. Both have pitched really well in this game. Snow letting up 0 runs. Rovinelli with just 1.
Full count once again. This one's
Got
got him.
him. Goes off speed, catches him out in front. Great battle there. Snow gets the better of him.
Great job from Snow, staying composed and locked in.
Now the catcher, Traverso, at the plate. 1 out.
Drew Traverso tattooed a ball in the first inning in the right center gap. Hasn't really done much since. Fastball from Snow right at the low part of the zone. Once again for a strike.
Attacking that low spot against these big hitters.
It's exactly what you want to do as a pitcher against these bigger hitters. Now count is 0-1 for Lucas Snow. Comes set. Now the pitch. Off speed. Just chucks it into the dirt once again.
Right at Traverso's feet. Just by him.
One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Hasn't. Snow the pitch.
Up.
Still no. Hasn't been a run since the top of the 4th. Now it's the top of the 7th. 2-1 on Drew Traverso, the catcher. Pitch from Snow is going to be a fastball right at the knees for a strike. Just great location once again. Snow has 3 Ks already. With a 2-2. Off speed, just fouled off. Good pitch from Snow.
He's been working with that off speed, trying to catch these hitters off guard. Worked on the last batter. Traverso on that pitch.
2-2 once again from Snow to Traverso.
Off speed.
Off speed, just a bit high.
Another 3-2 count. Snow's been working in this inning.
Back-to-back full counts for Snow.
See if he can replicate what he did last batter.
Full count pitch. Fastball. Got it by him.
Back-to-back strikeouts there for Snow on both full counts. Putting in work on the mound today. No earned runs.
Those 3 strikes to Traverso were all at the knees or below that he got him swinging. Great job from Snow putting it in the perfect spot. A fresh count for Snow on Fila. It's going to be a ball. Fila, the only really threat that he's had at the box was when he almost hit a homer. Mason Tobias just robbed him from that, and that's going to be 2 balls in a row from Snow. So down in the count early for the Wreckers, but could easily bounce back or maybe even get a rollover from Fila.
Let's see if he goes to that.
That was going to be another ball spit outside.
If Dettori catches that, that might challenge being a strike, but with him not catching it, it makes it an easy call behind the dish for the ump.
So 3-0 with Jake Fila at the dish. He's probably going to take this.
Yeah. Once again, he's doing that little dance. I don't really know what that is, but let's see. Ball high.
4 balls in a row.
4 balls in a row. He's been working, so Snow's lost the batter there.
Now Josh Green at bat.
Gotta assume Snow's gonna look to pick off here. He's done it all day with runners on first. Does not
Pick
here.
off. First
That
pitch
ball's
fastball
belted
into left field.
Deep left field.
Can Vinny get
at
there?
the wall.
Yes, he can.
What a play.
Putting his glove up right against the wall at the track.
Couple great plays from Vega.
Hey, come on, let's
Both in
hit.
the left center gap that probably save runs.
Now Staples have to rely on the bats to remain in this game.
Bottom of the 7th.
Only had
Here's
a couple
Walsh
hits.
is going back out to the mound.
We've only had a couple hits in this game. Looks like we're going to start out this inning.
Chase Landgraf,
Chase
the
Langgraf,
freshman,
Another freshman
pinch hitting.
for another freshman.
Jules still hitting?
Jules seems to be like he's going to lead this one off. Or,
Where is he?
oh no, well, it's Landgraf's going to pinch hit for
Cicero.
Will Allett. No,
Oh, Will Allett, yeah.
Will Allett,
And then
'cause-
Cicero's will be on deck.
because Allett pinch hit for Dettori back in the 5th, and now it's going to be Landgraf to pinch hit for Allett.
Allett actually on that one swing that he had
That was
made
ripped.
great contact right into left center field, but center fielder tracked it down. That was with runners in scoring position, so that was unfortunate, but coach giving the freshman a shot here.
Jace's brother Cole Landgraf out with injury for the whole season, which is very unfortunate.
Such a
because
shame because he's such a big asset to their team.
Great
Great
athlete,
player. Yeah.
great player, and played very well last year on this team. He even got some time on the mound.
Especially as a lefty, he'd be
Yeah, you're losing a pitcher, especially a lefty. You're losing a good hitter.
whenever
Even
you
an
need to
outfielder.
pinch hit. Yeah, everything.
Now his brother Chase is going to take the lead for him. So Nate Walsh, 2 hitters back on the mound. Chase.
To lead off the bottom of the 7th inning, Wrecker's last opportunity to catch up down by 2 runs.
First pitch
Falls
fastball.
high, takes it.
Yeah,
Not even a
definitely high.
flinch. Great take there.
1-0 from Walsh. Another fastball.
Right in the middle of the plate. Probably was taken there, just to get a feel for it.
Middle outside-ish, but definitely a strike from Nate Walsh. Counts even. Off speed to
Off speed.
Landgraf.
Behind it, was guessing there.
Just a bit late.
1-2 count. See what he can do here. No one's really touched Walsh at all.
And the 1-2.
Ball's
Fastball
high.
high, no good.
Tries to get him to chase. That's ironic. But he does not. 2-2 count.
2-2 from Walsh. Going to be
See if he
a
can beat
slow
that out.
grounder to short. Landgraf
Does
unable
not.
to get there in time. Good play
Caught out in
from
front
Jake
of that.
Rios at short.
Off-speed pitch. Great pitch there by Walsh. 1 out.
On top of the order, Jules Cicero is going to step in the box. Beckers
Already has a double today.
and the first pitch Cicero's going to see from Walsh is going to be
Off-speed, that ball is high.
a little bit of an off speed. Now the 1-0 to Cicero. Fastball right by him.
Couldn't catch up to that.
It's a
Taking
good
big
location.
swings, yeah.
Relocation from Walsh. A little bit low, maybe even a bit outside.
It's a great spot there.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Jules. Off speed once
Off-speed
again.
in there.
Lower half of the zone. He caught it.
Cicero didn't like that. 1-2 count. Great hitter with 2 strikes. See if he can replicate that. And he,
Cicero,
ground ball
hard
to
grounder to
shortstop.
short to Rios.
can he beat that out?
Did he beat it out? Oh! I mean,
Real close
so
play
close.
there. Time might go to the runner, but wow. Almost beat that out. I want to see that again.
That was really close.
McFarland not happy. Cicero not happy. The fans not happy at all. They thought that he beat that out, as did I. But the play's
McFarland
over. Yeah.
brings up the money.
Yeah, he's not.
That's
Walters up. Last chance for the Wreckers.
check swing. She goes for a strike on Walters. Now,
Had a
1
double.
count.
Had a double his last at bat, and the left center gap.
0-1 to Walters. Going to be a line
Ball
drive in the
down
left
once
center
again
gap.
into left center gap.
Looks like he's probably going to
Probably
stay
a
at
single,
1.
yeah. So once again, just a great hit there. Goes opposite way. Now Bruce up at the plate. A lot of power. Could tie the game with 1 swing here.
I mean, it would be electric, but
Yeah.
very hard.
Walsh has been. No one's really touched him all game.
Good job from the freshman Nolan Walters to get another base knock.
Bruce can do some of this. Dugout will go crazy.
That one's going to be
Ball's
high.
high.
Still hit his count. Probably taking until a strike is my guess.
Yeah, you want to let him come to you.
Walters, not really a huge lead at first.
Not trying to.
Now
That
it's going
ball's
to be
bounced.
grounder to second.
To second is bobbled. Can Bruce beat it out?
Bruce
He
gets there in
does.
time. First and second. Wreckers are still alive.
That is the captain's second error of the game. One time didn't really cost anything where he dropped that infield pop-up. Still got an out on that. That one cost him not the game, but it would have ended the game. So, a little mound visit here from the Cadets.
Mark Kelly had an opportunity to tie. Or not really tie this. I mean, could tie the game up.
Could win it.
I mean,
You never
definitely
know.
could win it with a homer, but a deep double could maybe tie this game up if they get a pinch runner in.
Yeah, Bruce has a lot of speed there at first base. Could definitely get around. You never know. Big strides, big man.
Could. It's definitely possible.
He'd be chugging.
Looks like they are going to get a pinch runner going. Looks like it's going to be. Is that Xavier? Looks like it's going to be Xavier Somashaker
It is.
to come pinch run for Bruce. Never mind.
Not doing it yet, but Xavier did put his helmet on. It appears he is going to
First
pinch
pitch
run
to
at
Kelly
some
is
point.
going to be inside for a ball.
Staples dugout real loud.
Now a
They
1-0.
know what's at stake here.
1-0 to Kelly. Hit him.
Hit him. That loads the bases for Vega.
Bases loaded for Vincent Vega.
Had a home run last home game against Greenwich.
The fact that they're still alive is unbelievable.
Walsh giving up 3 consecutive base runners as the bases are now loaded for the Staples Wreckers.
Now here comes Xavier.
2 pinch run for
Bruce.
He won't get the show off his wheels, even though he already did on beating that ground ball to first. But right play there. Got to get that speed, considering that is the tying run at second base. Vega's been all over it today. Walk and a single.
Hard hit single.
Forgot to add that. One of those again would be game-changing for the Wreckers.
Still, the runners got to stay on their feet. They don't want to get back picked here.
Yeah, no back pick. Got to be giving it everything on the base paths here.
First pitch to Vega.
That ball is high.
High, a little bit above the Wreckers' letters. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. The Wreckers down 2. 1-0 count to Vega.
This is what you live for as a hitter.
Walsh delivers with a fastball.
By Vega. Big swing there. Trying to end the game.
1-1 count. Even a single would help. Could score both. Walters at third and Soma Shaker at second.
The right and left fielders are playing really close to the lines. Anything in the gap.
That one's high again.
Anything in the gap would most definitely score 2 runs, especially with that added speed on second base. Oh,
Timeout. Looks like Traverso is going to have a talk with Walsh at the bump. Just little quick words.
Just trying to keep it composed. Give him a little reset. Could be exactly what he needs.
Walsh comes set. Pitch to Vega. Off speed.
Off speed in there for strike. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see what Vega can do here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for the Wreckers.
Great hitter, great pitcher, great game. Comes down to this.
Bases juice. Now the pitch. Fastball. Just
Foul
barely
tip.
fouled off. Good fight. Good fight from Vega.
It will stay alive.
Still the same count. And he's ready in the box. Good timeout batter. Took a little too long to get the sign from Walsh and Traverso. Now Vinny finally
Such a
ready.
big pitch here.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Needs this.
Pitch from Walsh. Off speed.
Oh, that
driven
ball is
into right
belted.
field.
It is in the gap.
In the gap.
Oh, is he there?
Oh, Harry Jones is there.
Jones tracks it down, and that is the game.
That'll do it. But I mean, a great piece of hitting from Vega there.
Takes me the other way. I did say, but that ball just hung up in the air too long.
Did.
And the Staples Wreckers will fall 3-1 to St. Joseph Cadets.
Overall, just a great day for baseball. Great game overall.
Great game, yeah.
Very interesting. I know the score is only 3-1, but
Yeah.
very entertaining. Highlight of the game's got to be Mason Tobias'
jumping
catch.
over the wall, saves a home run. That was some play.
But that'll do it for us on WWPT at 90.3 FM or the baseball live stream through O'Shea Productions. It's been Charlie Curran joined alongside Ian Zwick. We hope you guys have a fantastic night.